Even if you didn't own a home at the time, you probably remember the 2008 housing crisis, the crash that affected countless lives, and now many fear it could happen again. Today we're going to cover all the things why this will not happen again. Hey, it's Mark here with the Hiller Group, brokered by eXp Realty. My team and I have you covered here along the beautiful Florida Panhandle from Pensacola all the way through Panama City, where our team has been fortunate enough to serve over 1,350 families in the past 10 years alone. Rest assured, things are different today than they were in 2008. According to Business Insider, though many Americans believe the housing market is at risk of crashing, the economists who study the housing market conditions overwhelmingly do not expect a crash in 2025 or beyond. Here is why the experts are confident. For the market and for home prices to crash, there would have to be an oversupply of houses for sale, but that's just not the case. Currently, there's an undersupply. Even with this year's inventory growth, housing supply comes from three main sources. Number one, existing homeowners deciding to sell. Number two, new home construction. And number three, distressed properties like foreclosures or short sales. When we examine these sources, it's clear this isn't like 2008. Another big difference is that homeowners deciding to sell has slowed. The supply of existing homes is up compared to last year, but remains overall low. This varies by local market, but nationally, the current month supply is well below the norm, much lower than during the crash of 2008. The latest data shows that we only have about a third of the available inventory compared to 2008. So what does this mean? There simply aren't enough homes available to drive the values down. A repeat of 2008 would require many more people selling their homes with very few buyers, which just isn't the current situation. Are homes sitting on the market longer? Yes. Are prices starting to maybe waver down a little bit? Yes. But there are so many factors that go into the current pricing and what's happening in each individual market. Like our market here in Florida is not what's going on a national level. It's very, very important to look at what's happening on your current market, not on a national level when you want to get granular about local house trends. There's also a lot of talk about newly built homes, raising concerns about overbuilding. Although new homes make up a larger percentage of total inventory than usual, there's no need for alarm. The number of new houses built today is catching up after years of underbuilding, not overbuilding. A recent Bankrate article states, builders remember the Great Recession all too well, and they're being very cautious about their pace of construction. The result is an ongoing shortage of homes for sale. What if it looks like homes are going up everywhere in your local market? They are making up for the shortage that we had in the past, not necessarily overbuilding now. Oversupply of built homes in your area means there's more competition, which should also potentially stifle prices in a sense. What about distressed properties like foreclosures and short sales? Distressed properties such as foreclosures and short sales were a major source of inventory during the housing crisis due to lax lending standards. Today, lending standards are much tighter, resulting in more qualified buyers and far fewer foreclosures. As lending standards tightened, the number of foreclosures decreased significantly, and recent programs have prevented a repeat of the foreclosure wave that we saw during the crash. Plus, think about it. Many homeowners have high equity in their homes right now due to the 2% and 3% interest rates that we saw from 2020 through 2022. While you may see headlines about rising foreclosure volume, remember it's compared to recent years where foreclosures were not a thing. We are still well below the normal level for a typical year. Here are some additional factors to consider. Beyond these main sources of housing supply, several additional factors contribute to the stability of the current housing market. First, economic stability. The overall economy plays a significant role in the housing market's health. Today, we see stronger economic indicators than we saw in 2008. With more robust job growth and lower unemployment rates, the stability supports sustained housing demand and mitigates the risk of the housing market crash. Secondly, consumer confidence in the housing market remains high. According to recent surveys, prospective homebuyers are optimistic about their ability to purchase homes, supported by low mortgage rates and favorable lending conditions. This confidence drives steady demand and supports home prices. And lastly, regulatory measures. Post-2008, regulations have created a more resilient housing finance system. Stricter lending practices ensure that the buyers are more qualified, reducing the likelihood of widespread defaults. Additionally, government programs and policies are in place to provide and support in case of economic downturns, further stabilizing the real estate market. So what does this all mean for you anyway? Inventory levels aren't anywhere near where they need to be for a significant price drop or market crash. As Forbes explains, as already high home prices continue trending upward, you may be concerned that we're in a bubble ready to pop. However, the likelihood of a housing market crash, a rapid drop in unsustainability, high home prices due to waning demand remains low for 2025 and beyond. Mark Fleming, the chief economist at First American, attributes this to supply and demand. There's just generally not enough supply. There are more people than housing inventory. It's economics 101, folks. Lawrence Young, the chief economist at the National Association of Realtors, states, "We will not have a repeat of the 2008 through 2012 housing market crash. There are no risky subprime mortgages that could implode, nor the combination of a massive oversupply and overproduction of homes. The market does not have enough available homes for a repeat of the 2008 housing crisis, and there's no indication that that will change anytime soon." That's why housing experts and inventory data suggest that there isn't a crash on the horizon. Understanding these factors can provide peace of mind and confidence in today's housing market. With a balanced perspective, you can make an informed decision about buying or selling a home without the fear of a looming market crash. Reach out if you want to discuss this any further and you need any guidance on your buying or selling needs. Hope you found this video helpful. Hit the like and subscribe button down below, and we'll see you on the next one.